Hello friends, how you doing? Day 1423. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot to come in again. But I'm currently reading a book from Brene Brown called Daring Greatly. Man, first time I read this was like a decade ago. And wow. Actually, okay, 2017. And it was so deep. I was like, wow, I was not expecting that. It's a lot of it's on shame and shame resilience. Very, very powerful thing. Very, very powerful stuff to actually to read about. And I just wanted to come in and just share with you a couple of paragraphs from the book. And so she talks about there's a lot of different vulnerability myths. And what I'm going to read from you, the myth is that vulnerability is letting it all hang out. And so in this short excerpt, she talks about what is the worst betrayal of trust. And let's see here. She says, what's the worst betrayal of trust you can think of? He sleeps with my best friend. She lies about where the money went. He or she chooses someone over me. Someone uses my vulnerability against me. And that, in parentheses, is an act of emotional treason that causes most of us to slam the entire jar to the ground rather than just dumping the marbles. All are terrible betrayals, definitely, but there is a particular sort of betrayal that is more insidious and equally corrosive to trust. In fact, this betrayal usually happens long before the other ones. I'm talking about the betrayal of disengagement, of not caring, of letting the connection go, of not being willing to devote time and effort to the relationship. The word betrayal evokes experiences of cheating, lying, breaking a confidence, failing to defend us to someone who's gossiping about us, and not choosing us over other people. These behaviors are certainly betrayals, but they're not the only form of betrayal. If I have to choose the form of betrayal that emerged most frequently from my research, and that was the most dangerous in terms of corroding the trust connection, I would say disengagement. When the people we love or with whom we have a deep connection stop caring, stop paying attention, stop investing, and stop fighting for the relationship, trust begins to slip away and hurt starts seeping in. Disengagement triggers shame and our greatest fears. The fears of being abandoned, unworthy, and unlovable. What can make this covert betrayal so much more dangerous than something like a lie or an affair is that we can't point to the source of our pain. There's no event, no obvious evidence of brokenness. It can feel crazy-making. And so obviously she gets into a lot more of it, but wow. When I was reading the passage, just the book in general, holy smokes. So many powerful things to just learn about this human experience and the emotion of shame. We all feel it. We all have it in some point in our lives. And sometimes it makes us do things that are out of character because of that feeling, that powerful emotion. And in the book, she talks about how the difference between shame and guilty, feeling shame and feeling guilty. She said that feeling guilty is basically you did something wrong. Feeling shame is thinking I am bad. Sorry, so guilty is I did something bad. Shame is I am bad. And so, wow. So if you're ever in that place where you feel that way, then, it's a very powerful emotion. And it can cause people to do certain things that can hurt other people. But the thing is that we all experience shame in some way, shape, or form in our lives at some point. And it's important to really understand what the triggers are and why. There's so much good stuff in this book. Again, Daring Greatly, Brene Brown. For those who don't know who she is, she's a researcher on shame and vulnerability, actually. But wow, she talks about the difference between men, how men feel shame, and how women feel shame. And so many powerful things in there. And just like, I would definitely recommend a read. yeah. There's not a lot I can really share to give it justice, but I just wanted to just read that one passage. Because sometimes we think, people do so many horrible things, and the list that she listed, definitely horrible things to be able to experience. But I never even realized or even thought about betrayal of trust. The worst one is disengagement, just of not caring. And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess so, because when somebody stops caring, someone stops trying, someone just disengages. That's like, wow, I thought we were in this together. And yeah, that would definitely cut deep, hurt a lot, because I guess it could bring up questions of worthiness. Am I not good enough? Am I not worthy of love? Am I unlovable? And other thoughts that can be very detrimental to our own mental health. And so, just some things for you to think about. But I would definitely, that's a book that I would definitely recommend people. She's written actually quite a few other bestsellers as well. I haven't been able to read yet, but this one I definitely read a couple times now, and every time it just hits me so hard. But it allows me to understand people more, and to have more compassion, and just to hopefully show more empathy and love to others. That's all for tonight, my friends. Love you all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.